So this is the building bed for the Alpha Dory. And what I'm doing today is finishing up the rebuild on the legs for the bed. The building bed is 12, 13 years old, and it's been outside for about half of that time underneath a tree in the side yard. So the legs were pretty rotted out on the bottoms, and so I figured I'd put some new legs on it before I started building the boat. Anyway, you can see the new wood here. It's these two verticals and then the foot that goes across the legs and the foot, and so you can see the rails on either side get nailed into the legs. So that's just what I'm finishing up now. Over the course of a couple builds, the pressure of clamping the bottoms to the bed had pushed those rails down a little bit, so I kind of jacked the rails back into alignment with the bottom board so that everything's level, so that when I set the bottom on the bed, it's upside down right now. When I flip it over and set the bottom on the bed, everything will be level and the bed will sit flat on those three boards. The side rails are what carry the bulk of the clamping pressure. And that clamping pressure comes off of verticals that I hammer in from this cross beam to the bottom of the boat. And that keeps the boat from moving around while I'm building it, so that it comes out pretty much symmetrical on both sides. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to get finished up this afternoon before it gets too dark. It's almost sundown at this point, but so yeah. I'm using this good size weight. It's a fire door counterweight as the backing block, just to keep those legs from jumping around at all when I put in the nails. You can see these are the pretty good gauge nails that I'm driving in. I cut them a little bit short so they don't poke through. Yeah, so these nice big nails are pretty good at resisting the down forces on the side rails. When I built this bed, I'm gonna say 13 years ago or so, I was kind of in a bit of a hurry because I built that. Actually ended up building that Alpha Dory in about a month and a half to get it ready in time for the small reach regatta. So I kind of built this thing quick. The way a real bed would have been built is this cross timber here that spreads the rails would have had a mortise and tenon right in the middle of the rails, about 1.5 inch tenon that goes in on either side, and that's what resists the down force when this whole thing's flipped over and the bottom's clamped onto it. So I've just got nails in there that's resisting the down force, so that wooden tenon would actually be even better at bearing the load. But like I say, I just banged this thing together in one day, and I've been using it for a dozen years, so I figure it doesn't owe me too much. Maybe one day I'll yank these cross timbers out and put in some real mortised ones. Yeah, this backing block is almost too heavy. It's got a lot of weight to it. I've got a couple other lighter chunks of railroad tie that work great for most stuff, but I just didn't want that moving when I was putting it together. So yeah, hopefully in the next video we'll get to take a look at some of the patterns, yank those down out of the loft and see what those are going to need to get them ready to cut out some frames for the dory. Anyway, I guess that's it for today. that feels pretty sturdy. That'll hold the boat. So the next thing I got to do is with the bed is get out the level and level it to the floor, and or level it to the level. Jack it up on the floor with the get some shingle wedges. So yeah, get it nice and level, and then that way you can build the boat so it's not lopsided one side or the other. Yeah, so you want to level it with some weight on the feet, so that you can tell, where it's going to be once you got some weight on it. Yeah, so looks like side needs to come up about half a shingle width. Alright, so it looks good there. Okay there. Yeah, just about perfect there.